That's crazy. What? I don't know. Oh, what does that say? Something. Oh, okay. Wow. Oh my gosh, this is so cool. This is so cool, dude. Especially, the music is still going through my mind. I love, I don't remember her name on the second stage boss. I like her theme. I like both of the stage 3 themes. Wasn't it stage 3 that didn't have a mid boss? Oh wait, I'm talking over the thing. Yeah, whoops, whatever. But yeah, it was, stage 3 didn't have a mid boss. Very, very interesting. I think it was stage 3, or was it stage 2? I don't remember. But oh my gosh, dude, let's go. Oh my gosh, and there's two, that very last spell that I tried to bomb and get out of the way because I wanted to show off more of the spell because I thought it was really cool. And then I went back in and died, bro. Oh my god. Wow. I'm just kind of like, in a way, it's like I don't have much to say. I love everything I've seen. I think it's just super interesting. I just wish I could read Japanese. Okay. Oh my goodness. I mean, there is more I need to bring up. I wonder, ironically, yeah, I get it. I wonder how the Wonderstones actually work, because they'll disappear. You know, I'll get the, I'll get a power up for a little bit, kind of like TOUHOU 17, right? And then it'll go away. So in my head, I was like, okay, does it work like UFO, where it's like different? I thought there were different colors. Are there different colors? I need to go back, because aren't there like blue and green as well? Am I crazy? Don't answer that. No, there's only red. At least from what I see. I need to go back and see properly. Oh no, there's blue. There's blue. Yeah, so it's like, I don't know. Yeah, because there are different effects. So it looks like blue gives you lives, red gives you some kind of boost, and I think there's green. Well, yeah, I was looking for... I know there's a green one somewhere. But yeah, it's like, I think the colors do different things, as usual, right? And then there are those gems. They're Jesus Christ. The other things you pick up that fill that meter at the bottom. I didn't notice that meter until I was on like the 3rd stage too. It's kind of crazy. But I'll have to really go in with the different shot types and see, you know, what kind of like flexibility there is. Because it looks like you can customize even more than like what I had initially chosen. And I don't know what kind of benefits that gives you. It would help if I knew how to read Japanese. I don't, but I will figure it out. You know what's funny too, is that particularly for stages 2 and 3, the stage itself, I mean, maybe I'm biased like when I say this, but I feel like this will be particularly memorable because the stages are more challenging. Because if you ask me to remember, you know, any random stage, even like something as iconic as PCB stage 3, or really, I'm comparing like TOUHOU 17 stage 3, that's the other one that came to mind, but stuff like that, right? You know, iconic, sure. How well can you remember it? Yeah, I don't know, right? But I feel like stage 2 and stage 3, that one particular spell in stage 3, okay, maybe I'm biased because I just played it 5 minutes ago and I remember it, but I don't know. I just have a feeling that this will be very different. I mean, already it's like, this is pretty much like a 10 out of 10. Okay. Stage design, peak, absolute cinema. Yeah, it really makes me wonder, you know, what this game is exactly about. Of course, I read this, right? You know, the initial thing from Zoom that he said, right? But I can't really remember what any of that said. And the only eye-catching thing to me was, oh, you know, only Reimu and Marissa are in it, and there's no one else. Which I don't mind, right? You know, nice call out to the classics, right? That's my era. But it's just very interesting. It's just interesting to see, you know, what the full game is actually going to look like. I know that final boss, that stage 6 boss theme is gonna go crazy. I know that theme's gonna go crazy. And again, why do I always die on stage 1? I don't understand. Every time, dude. I can deal with all this nonsense happening at once, but I can't deal with that. That's crazy. But one thing I say that I do really like is that there's clearly a challenge that's being presented. You know, most games in their first 3 stages are not like, I'm not saying it's like difficult, you know, out the wazoo, but it is more challenging. I do notice that it's more challenging, and I like that. I like that a lot. So that's good. And I like that, you know, you take a spell like this, you know, with all these lasers coming down, and you would think that, oh my gosh, you know, how am I going to be able to do that? And you might be watching it and you're like, oh, you know, oh, this looks super easy. But it's one thing to see it, and it's another to see it and be playing at the same time. But even then, it's not too bad, and it's very interesting, and it's challenging, and I like that. I like that. Maybe that's just me. I don't know, but I do like that. I do appreciate that. Any other? Oh my God, when I got PTSD from that one spell that Chimi had. Woo! But yeah, stage 2. I didn't even notice at first how it transitioned with the you're looking down at the trees in the beginning, right? More or less. Am I crazy? Am I? Yeah, you are. Yeah, you were looking down, right? You were looking down. And then it transitions to, you know, night sky with the constellations in the background, and it's super nice. It's super nice. Oh my gosh. I guess the very last thing I'll say, you know, my initial impressions, whatever, is my favorite thing is the spell cards and the all the patterns and everything there. I mean, dude, I love it. I love all of them. You know, even this one, even that one. But oh my, it's just, I don't even know how to put it into words. I don't even know how to put it into words, but I really like it. And I like that it is challenging at the same time, right? I especially love that aspect of it. Oh my gosh. And Chimi's very first attack, that reminds me of, oh, what's her name from Mystical Power Play? The main villain, bro. I can't remember. I love that game too. Mitama. Yeah, Mitama. That's one of Mitama's spells from Mystical Power Plant is like that. Oh my gosh. Okay, bro. Oh, and the way she like warps in and out of space is super interesting to me. Very interesting. Oh my gosh. And this spell just ruined me. This spell, I died twice here, didn't I? Yeah. But yeah, overall, I'm excited, and I'm trying to be, you know, critical at the same time, but really, I have nothing bad to say about this at all. I love everything that I've seen here, like literally. Oh my God. Zune cooked again. I guess if I had one gripe, one tiny, teeny gripe, is that it's in Japanese. And I mean, what are you expecting? It's not even a complaint, bro. That's really the only bad thing I have to say, honestly. Oh, the very last thing I noticed. Wait, am I crazy? Or has Grays never had a decimal point before? Because it doesn't mean 1,000. It doesn't mean $24. Huh. I don't know. I don't know if any other games have that. I'm going to go check. But overall, the TOUHOU 20 demo, I would give it an 1110 out of 10. You already know. But very cool, very impressed, very excited for, I think it's August or September, I think the full game's coming out. Woo! Oh, I can't wait for it. But anyway, if you watched to the end, you know, thank you so much as usual for you know, tuning in. You know, this is a big day for the franchise. This is a big day for us TOUHOU fans, okay? And yeah, I got a TOUHOU 14 video coming out very soon, and I think that's about it, right? Probably. Anyway, I will see you all again very soon. Thank you for watching.
Can I see you as my crush? I will not judge.